Cha, 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 cha. Welcome back, Eurovision fam. So yesterday was eventful, but right now the Polish national selections results we're gonna see that unfold in just a couple seconds. Lily has that screen pulled up here, so we're gonna get that
Yeah,
in real time, you guys. But with that said,
it's
welcome
going.
back to the stream.
Right now, Blanca's in a lead. One of the
Okay,
jurors gave her 12. Oh,
Blanca's
wait, is it
#1
over?
right now.
Why are there credits running?
Oh, do
Did Blanca just win? And I
Oh,
didn't notice? What's happening? I don't know. I'm lost,
you guys, it
guys.
hasn't even been a minute of this stream, and already we are just the chaos of Blanca with a K, Blanca, not with a C.
Yeah, but like they're just talking casually. Is it over?
I'm not seeing anything. I have a couple windows here that are just not updating so far. Oh, a lot of people are apparently startled about the fact that they just started playing the credits. Maybe there wasn't a result at the. I'm
Okay,
not sure
that's
what's
just one
happening.
juror or combined jury scores. Okay, so it's not over yet. They were just playing credits and going to commercial.
Credits to go. Okay. Anyways, you guys. So, topics for this stream include Alicia Michelle has worked her butt off to write these last interview articles. We have 7 of them from
Oh my gosh, so many, so
from
many.
the Serbian national selection, the Portuguese, and who else? Who else? Uh,
Germany.
Germany. Yeah, go ahead and check them all out. These are all some nice, cool people with a lot of creative vision. So, by
Yeah.
all means, check out Alicia's discussions with them.
Also, we don't talk about the fact that Alicia also has a podcast, Eurovision for Real.
Eurovision for
Um,
real, by the way, you guys.
yeah,
It's
Eurovision for Real.
fantastic. Some pretty hard hitting
Eurovision,
questions.
yeah, Eurovision for Real with Alicia Michelle.
Hmm.
The episode that came out this week is the episode I did with her. We
Hmm.
just kind of went through and talked about songs we lost in national finals.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, oh. Oh, I'm happy
yeah,
that wasn't my topic because I would have just started bawling.
I mean, Jordan, we know you lost a lot.
That's my pattern. I'm just meant to have a broken heart this whole
You
way.
have a very, very, very specific taste.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, wait, I'm sorry, Vanya. The chaos of daytime. Is it still daytime in Europe?
Okay, so it's 6 p.m. Berlin right now.
Yeah.
I
No,
guess
is it?
like
No, it's not. It's 7. Wait,
it's
hold
7.
on. 6 plus 7. Yeah, it's 7, I think, in Berlin.
I
Unless,
haven't.
did their clocks already change?
That's a really good question. I don't know. Row. But speaking of Berlin, you guys, yeah, Alicia's articles with with the German artists. Yes, check
Yeah,
that
there's a
out.
lot of them.
There's a lot.
And if you follow us on the YouTube channel, like you should,
Hmm.
you'll be getting alerts throughout the week for those interviews and also the interviews with the Serbian artists too. We have
Hmm.
them all queued up there nicely.
Absolutely. So we also did get quite a bit of news this last week with Eurovision, the context of Eurovision, including the hosts.
Oh
We
my
have our
gosh.
hosts now. And okay, tell me your thoughts on the host because I wasn't able to articulate very well how I thought about them on Eurovision for real. So
So, first things first, we got Graham. We all knew Graham was going to happen.
it, as soon as the BBC was announced as like the
Yeah.
location host, I knew it was going to be Graham.
Yeah, we knew Graham was going to be happening, which I'm happy with. I think he's fantastic. I love his commentary for Eurovision every year.
Hmm.
If I do watch commentary, I watch BBC because of
Hmm.
him. Also,
He's like cheeky, salty, brilliant. I love I
and
love his
I also
commentary.
like here's the thing, guys, we have a BBC America channel and they don't really
Hmm.
play any British TV shows. The only one they really play is like Graham Norton.
Oh, but what if Americans need to be cultured by like EastEnders and stuff, you know?
I wish. Oh man, that would be fantastic. I think Doctor Who might come on BBC America. That might be correct. I
Give
don't
us
know.
culture. Give us culture, BBC. We are an easy market.
Yeah. So Augusta Dominguez says, I'm happy for the Eurovision 2023 host, and the
Mhm.
BBC seems to really give us a show. Other than Graham, we have a few others. Like, let's just go through here.
Like
Yulia.
one of my favorite women on the planet, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Anyways.
So Yulia Sanina.
right now. Yulia Senina,
Yes.
you guys, oh my gosh.
I love her.
This is literally a fantasy come true to me because the Hard Kiss is one of my favorite bands, literally of all time. I'm seeing them in a month from today when they're performing here in SF. And yeah, I know, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But Yulia, her English is excellent. She is an awesome character. I hope they
Mhm.
give her as much camera time as possible because
Yes.
everything about her is great, and she's such a versatile person, artist, anything you can imagine. And she's so pretty too, and her style is fantastic. I
Yes.
love everything
Yes.
about the fact that she's here.
I want her to be an interval act. That'd be awesome.
With
I love
Helpless,
the Hard Kiss. They are so good.
the Hard Kiss literally changed my life.
They are such a great band.
Mhm.
I mean, we're kind of getting her at Eurovision finally. Not
Finally.
necessarily the way I would have expected to see her, but I'm so happy we have her.
After her Vidbeer tie.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm just over the moon with her.
Hmm.
We have Hannah Waddingham, which I don't really know her. When I was
Me
looking her
either.
up, she does like it's called West End. That's what they call Broadway in
West
the
End.
UK, right? Yeah.
Yeah, West End
She does
in
musical theater.
London. Okay, no, that's great. That is gonna
Yeah.
be an awesome guarantee because people who care about the stage, you can see that.
Yeah. Yeah. She's also been in a few TV shows and things. Let me move my notes, like, so I'm not like looking off camera.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, like I'm excited for that one. And then yeah, Alicia Dixon, who
Pop star.
she is fantastic. Poland is doing another interval act, if you're curious. So
If it's someone we know.
yeah, Alicia Dixon, she's great. She's a
Mhm.
pop singer. She's hosted other TV shows and things. And she's a judge on like some other stuff. So
Yeah.
BBC is coming and pulling out their top tier talent, it looks like, as far as who's gonna be hosting on the stage.
Mhm.
Um,
And then we have the minor hosts.
I'm sorry, I was gonna say Saul Brown says, I'm happy with the host. Alicia Dixon is a household name here, even if she's not been involved in Eurovision before. Yeah, like I think is she on like a judge on Strictly Come Dancing and like Britain's Got Talent and stuff like that? I know I've heard her
Mm,
music before, and she's got a great
mm.
voice. Like honestly, you've got 3 amazing singers as hosts this year.
Kill it for an
Maybe
interval
give them a
act.
little host number, give
Yeah.
them something to sing together. That would be fantastic to
Have the
have.
hosts have like an adult common song that they all are a part of. That would be lit
Yeah.
for the
Um,
adult contest.
oh yeah, of course. Then kind of moving away from that, Timur Moroshenko, which honestly I thought he was gonna end up as a host. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's probably
Uh-huh.
gonna be him, and they'll choose like some Ukrainian woman. It'll be him and a Ukrainian lady.
Mhm.
He's just gonna be a commentator, it looks like, and he's gonna be hosting what is it, the red carpet? No, he's not hosting red carpet.
Not red
He's like a
carpet.
commentator, and he's gonna be doing like some other little things throughout the show,
Mhm.
for everybody.
Y'all might
Um,
remember him from the green room in Kiev in
yeah.
2017. He spent a lot of time in that green room.
Also, he's been doing the commentary for Ukraine forever on
Mhm.
when it comes to Eurovision.
Very good at
Um,
speaking.
yeah, he's also like what is the best way to explain it? Junior. He's hosted Junior. Here
Oh
we go.
yeah, huh?
Augusta Dominguez says Timor relegated to the welcome party is a travesty. Honestly, I assumed we would see him on on the big stage. I'm like, what's happening there? Maybe he doesn't want to. You never know.
Uh, maybe, but then like that also kind of creates the question of the ratio between Ukrainian and UK acts.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. Is like I
Uh-huh.
wish there was more. Like there was at least 2 Ukrainian hosts.
Hosts.
Yes, hosts. I wish there were
Hmm.
at least 2. Getting mostly British, it doesn't feel right.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. I don't know what told me that there isn't going to be that much Ukrainian in terms of the hosting, but that was satiated by the decision.
Yeah. It's yeah, I mean,
I mean, like it could still be great. Like homage to Ukrainian culture very much could still happen.
mhm,
But
yeah.
the problem is we don't have all the hosts that we need. We do have
Saul
quite
Brown
a bit of
says
hosts
so
though.
this is about Alicia Dixon for Saul
Hmm.
Brown. She's a judge on Britain's Got Talent, okay, host on a dance show, and former judge and winner of Strictly Come Dancing. She pops up in pretty much every show here at some point. I think Strictly Come Dancing is British Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see people talking about Strictly on the timeline all the time.
Yeah.
I've never actually watched any of it though, but maybe that'll be important to do so we could see
Yeah.
Alicia, like so I could get a good picture of her on camera, you know?
Oh yeah, exactly. And then kind of other commentators we have. So the main commentator for the BBC is going to be Mel. I can never say her last name correctly.
Mm.
Gidrick, I think is how you pronounce it.
Mhm.
She is the she was like she does like I think oh my gosh, what's it called? Semi-final commentary for the BBC, and also
Mhm.
like is just like a staple of like TV, like a staple of British like comedic panel shows
Mhm.
and stuff.
She's the go-to girl.
Um, Now I was expecting Ryland to get bumped up to the final, but him and Scott Mills are going to be doing the semis.
Mhm. Well, what was it? Like, I feel like a big part of this preseason was kind of building a lot of hype around Rylan and AJ, I believe it
Yeah,
was. Like there was quite a bit of they got a big number of publicity by a certain point
yeah,
to the degree that where I thought that they would be the main hosts, that it would be
yeah,
hinting to that. That's not the case. They would have been
yeah,
great, but you know, if they're involved in some aspect, then I'm still happy about it.
yeah. But yeah, we've got a whole lot of stuff happening as far as the hosting goes,
Hmm.
and we'll see what happens in May. Or did
Petra
you want to add
Amanda
anything
did this all
else?
by herself.
Huh?
Petra Amanda did this all by herself 10 years ago.
I know, right? Pet that I carried. Oh my gosh, yeah, pet that I
She
carried.
did everything. Like 10 years ago, she did everything. And then we have
Carried.
situations like Lisbon 2018 when there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
There was four that I don't know. I feel like four hosts is too many.
It's too many. It's too
It's too
many.
many.
And
Like,
putting more people up there, you just don't connect with a single one as much, you know? That was the thing
I
with
mean,
Petra,
like, my
with the
biggest issue with
connect.
Lisbon is like they did not use their Philomena correctly. I needed more of her.
Philomena basically won the contest.
I love her. She's so funny.
Eleni,
Like
Nana,
that's
get out of the way. It was Philomena Cautela performing Euphoria, doing that sidestep hammer time motion that set the year.
yes. She's fantastic.
Oh.
All right, so we also have I don't know what's happening in Poland. I just have it going on another screen. Should we go ahead and talk about the Swiss artist that was selected?
Yeah, so you guys, we have a Swiss artist now, Remo Forrer, I believe. I don't know if we're pronouncing his name the Italian way, the French way,
It
and
looks Italian to me.
it looks Italian, right? Remo
Yeah.
Forrer has been chosen to represent Switzerland in Liverpool. He actually won the third season of The Voice Switzerland and has 4 singles out since his victory. I actually haven't. This was a pretty recent announcement to me. I
Mhm.
didn't see it until pretty late, so I haven't listened to any of his back catalog. I have no criterion to work off of with him.
I did.
And how was that? How was that? Tell me.
Every single one of his songs sounds like a single for a winner of a talent show.
Okay, so
He
it, is this kind of moving in the direction of the songs we would hear like at the American Song Contest or Melfest, where it's like these songs were specifically written just for a broadcast, or
No,
what
I
is?
mean, like, the songs sound like singles that you would release as the winner of The Voice.
Oh, okay, I
Like,
yeah,
it
okay.
doesn't have a distinct personality on any of it.
He
He
might have just been trying to get to know the studio buttons and stuff.
maybe, I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Vocally, he's great. He's got, like I like the warmth and, like, the timbre of his voice.
Okay.
But, like, just the songs, there's nothing there that makes me go, "Okay, this is a song I would wanna listen to." It's just
Mm,
someone with a good voice singing to me.
okay. Well, maybe they could be changing up the angle. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's a winner of a talent show. Okay. No,
Yeah,
that's excellent. That is excellent. Great
no,
sign already.
that's my point.
Mhm.
Marino's Pie says, but he's the winner of a talent show. He won The Voice Switzerland in 2020.
Mhm.
And when you listen to his music, you can tell he won a TV talent show. That's my point. Is that
Mm.
the songs sound like what you would release if you won a TV talent. Like, okay, hold on a second. My computer is acting bizarre. Bear with me for a moment. I am.
Mhm.
There we go. I have no idea what's happening in Poland.
It doesn't seem like
Okay.
really anyone does at the moment. I don't
There's
have
just
any
people screaming. Let's see what happens.
I do see a
Sorry.
lot of confusion. Like there's a lot of people here who are just like who don't for sure know what's going on. I think I need to follow more Polish people.
Okay, it looks like Blanca won.
Is that for real? Is that for real now? Ooh.
There's fireworks going off, so I'm gonna guess that's for real.
Oh my goodness. Did we just get a winner during this podcast?
Okay. So Blanca just won.
Blanca just okay, so you guys, we have song number 21.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that because she just won and whatever. We'll come back to whatever we were talking about before. I have nothing more to say about Switzerland really.
Me either.
Yeah, so Blanca just won. I like her outfit. It's really cute.
I wasn't watching this broadcast. Give me 1 second so I can find at least the dress. But okay, so you saw the live, right? You
Yeah,
saw
I
the
saw
live?
the lives.
How was
Okay,
it?
so number one, the whole show, there were some vocal situations occurring.
I saw that. Like in-ear problems or just delivery. What like
I'm not gonna say
oh
in-ear
no.
problems because Alicia sounded great. She sounded fantastic. She gave us the best vocal of the night, period.
Mm.
Blanca's
Oh,
staging was cute. It was cute. The song was cute.
Solo. Okay. It was the pop song. It was like the summery pop
Yeah, it's like
song.
a summary. It's a song that makes you want to
Yeah.
go to the mall, and it was staged like a song that makes you want to go to the mall.
It sounds like a song that makes me want to leave the mall. Um
I think we don't really have a girly pop song like this year.
I think it just needs to grow on me. And there was
I
something
mean,
about it the first
yeah.
time I listened that kind of just made me go ick. But I always grow on girly pop though. So let's not
See,
take
I
that as
don't. My
that's
my
probably not
initial
going into
reaction,
it.
my initial reaction to girly pop is always, "Ooh, girly pop." Like
Mhm.
I enjoy the genre. Yeah, like Leo S says, she is our first pop girly. Yeah.
Okay.
So like we
Sweet.
don't have a
Heck
song
yeah.
like this in the contest yet. So that does increase, making me feel more positive thoughts about it. When I first listened to all the songs in studio, I was like, this is cute. Um, and I don't mean it like in a bad way. I mean like this is cute. I can listen to this. Like
Yeah. Mhm.
I could vibe to this. It's not bad. Saul Brown says, "This was my guilty pleasure. But I thought she had okay. It was my guilty pleasure, but I thought she had so chance. Or maybe no chance. I'm so
Mhm.
happy." Well, I'm happy for you, Saul.
I'm happy for you too.
You got your girl.
You got your girl. I didn't
Yeah.
get mine though. I would have liked Never High by Maya Hus.
No.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
mean,
seen that live, but that was that like just the pure absolute chaos that was with the music video and everything else. Like there is no level of sobriety that can make you feel sober enough for that song. Like it makes you feel like you were just given a fistful of something and went on a trip. So, but I'm gonna look at that, and I'm especially gonna look at Blanca's solo because
it's
I did
cute.
see a lot of love for it. I saw a lot of love for it going into the contest. It just didn't quite hit a note with me personally. My first listen through.
Yeah, like hearing it again live, she sounds better on the winner's surprise than
Heck
she
yeah.
did during maybe it's because like she's not dancing around as much. But there's
Mm,
time to get the vocal together, we got months before Eurovision
so
still.
much time. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Don't even work yourself too hard. Get relaxation in between them, Blanca.
exactly. And real quick, Marino's Pie says, did Stephania ever change her outfit since Eurovision? Let me tell you, it's been years. I'm still like upset with the fact the purples don't match and there's a clear seam on the boot and the cat
Oh
suit.
no.
And like I every time I see it, I'm like, can we just get her like a pair of like black boots then? Or like you had time to remake the costume. Like you can make the boots match. I've made boots that match into a cat suit before. I've done it. It's possible.
I've never noticed that they don't match. I've never
They're not
noticed
the same
that.
color at all, and it
Oh
drives
my
me
gosh.
crazy.
Oh my god.
It looks bad. It looks cheap. I don't know how else
I
to
need to
phrase
look.
it.
I need to see that again. Okay. I need to do a rewatch, but so she wore the same thing?
Yeah, the
Is that
same
what Marina's
outfit.
Pie is saying? I thought they have to hand their Eurovision outfits back to the designers.
I don't know. Maybe you never know.
Maybe
Maybe
not
she just
every
has
case.
it
Maybe
for
not
like
every case.
touring with. I want to just say I do love that Sarah James is bringing back the bobbed box braids. Oh, with the tips that that were burnt with a lighter. So good.
Sarah
That's the
James is
hair
back.
move.
That is the only reason I need to watch To Be a
I
Citro.
mean, she just sang the same. She just sang
Somebody.
somebody again. But like, I know I'm just like I'm talking about the box braids with the burnt ends. I was like, oh man, I used to want those so bad as a kid, but I wasn't allowed to get them because like bobs are too adult. So I had it's a whole thing. But my mom had those braids though.
Your mother had those braids.
Yeah.
We were talking about it prior to the stream, but that can also be a discussion for another day as well.
Yeah. Right.
Well, okay. So, what were we
So
just
how do
talking
we?
about?
Have you
Poland?
listened to the pre? Did you listen to the pre-studio or anything for Poland?
Pre-studio. What do you mean
Like
pre-studio?
in studio?
Yeah, I listened to the studio cuts of the songs, and there were definitely a lot of options. I had a lot of there were a lot of different flavors, which I'm happy about. There was a
Mhm.
lot of diversity with those studio cuts. I
Yeah.
didn't necessarily think Blanca's was that competitive from off the bat when I was listening to it, but that was probably because we didn't have the dimension of the stage. With the dimension of the stage, I'm a little surprised that that one song Gladiator didn't pull through, because I did see a lot of heat surrounding that one, and I did think that that would be the one that would be selected. And knowing Poland's pattern, how they chose last year's song River, I felt like we were
Yeah.
going to be hitting the same vein of songs that are vocally, production wise, relatively pretty good, but still gives me so much anxiety.
Yeah. I understand that. I'm not gonna lie though. River, when you go to watch these live, River would have prepped you for it because there were some graphic choices that were very
Oh no,
River-esque.
they didn't pull everything from that file cabinet, did they? They didn't download every attachment from that email, did they?
I'm like, what are these overlays? Like, who is doing this? Like, Poland. I promise you, these presets are not hitting like you think they are. Like,
You can also save so much RAM by not doing all the presets like in one contiguous like tower of layers.
and then real quick, because Vanya says something. Vanya Lubitsch says, "I think we're not getting many Chanels because it's such a tough act to follow."
I'm
You
trying
know
not
what
to
it
expect
is?
Chanel's. I'm trying not to
We're
expect
gonna get
that.
the Chanels next year. Because think about it.
Mm.
Everyone thought last year we'd be getting every band in the book. Like every rock band was gonna be coming out of the woodwork. But
Hmm.
they saved it for this year. So maybe
No,
the
they say
Chanels
for
are
this
coming in
year.
2024.
I would definitely believe that. Yeah, just give it a year kickback, you know? It'll still be in fashion.
Marino's Pie says, I'm going back to watch the River performance when I need something to laugh.
It's anxiety. I don't know how to describe that song other than the fact that like every time I listen to it, I get nervous and sweating. Like I don't understand why that song, or like a couple of the songs in the national selection this year from Poland, just made me feel unsettled and unhappy walking after them.
You know,
Like
you know
I
what
don't know.
songs? If you want Eurovision songs that made me feel that way, Funny Girl. I hate Funny Girl because it makes me feel so anxious and there's no
Mm.
resolution.
I
There's
have a
no
personal
resolution.
beef with that song because of SME, because of the national
Oh my
selection.
god, let's not talk about that. I thought I was over SME, but not winning. Um, I thought I was over that.
I've never gotten over it. I'm still
Um,
personally so mad by that. But
what else is there? Oh, what's that one song Croatia sent?
do not say guilty pleasure. I swear to
Not
God.
Guilty Pleasure, the other one they
Okay,
sent. What's her name? Oh my gosh, someone in
Franca
chat. Franca, yes, her song.
was
It also makes me
crazy.
anxious. Crazy, that was it.
I
That
love that
song makes me
song.
feel so anxious. I can't stand it. It's like it just makes me like it makes me because there's no resolution. Because you're building tension with
Mhm.
the repetition of the instrumental,
Yeah.
but there's no resolution to that tension that's being built. I hate that. I cannot stand it when songs don't give me a resolution like that. It just makes
Yeah,
me
there is no
like the whole time
resolution.
I'm just like, come on, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Please bring like it just makes me feel anxious.
Hmm.
Um,
Well,
yeah.
she dressed like a shark tail fish and didn't qualify. So yeah,
She looked good though.
she
She
looked
looked so
amazing.
good.
That was my favorite look of 18.
Yeah, she looked
But
amazing. But
okay,
yeah,
let's get back on topic now.
We kind of are bouncing all over the place. Yes,
Mhm.
that's kind of like, well, with Poland, I think the national final was a little messy to watch.
Everywhere.
Um, but I think Blanca does have a chance of qualifying, and me too.
Sweet. Okay, that's good sound to me, and I'm excited to watch her winning performance after the stream.
Yeah, I think that she can qualify. So that's what we're looking for. I don't think she's contending for a win, but I think she's making it to the final.
Sweet. Good job, Poland.
Yeah. So then we're gonna go ahead and move over from Poland. Let's talk about we're gonna talk about the songs that the internal selections that were released, I think is where we should go to.
The internal
This
selections. And the first one that we got out of the internal selections was La Patrie, Mon
Oh my
Pays,
god.
La France. Talk to me about Évidemment by La Zarre. Talk to me.
Oh goodness gracious. It's
um,
it was a moment.
um, um,
What do I say? Number one, I'm gonna give me a moment to be gross for a second, but like
be gross, be gross.
Lazara, she brings a body. Like just like it's so good. Like it just the shape is perfection. And like oh, she's gorgeous. Like just like that's the first thing I want to say. Just absolutely gorgeous. And like just the hyper femme of it all. Um oh my gosh, yeah. Um how do I say how I feel about the song? Vocally, it's giving me what I was expecting something like this, I think.
Mhm,
Maybe I was thinking she'd go a little more urban because she tends to be more urban in her own stuff. And this
mhm.
is more like chanson means dancey.
Yes,
It's like a
definitely.
very classy like dance club.
Mhm.
And I'm into it. But like it's not, it's kind of like in that kind of a wheelhouse for
It's
me.
it's definitely more in the direction of Eurovision song than La Zarra song.
Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely. Like I think maybe do you know who Snow Allegra is?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
was thinking maybe we'd get some like a Snow Allegra-esque song because she kind of has that like Snow Allegra, but instead of an R&B vocal, a
Mhm.
chanson vocal.
France would be smart to take a risk like that. They would be
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, okay, like Lazara does urban mixed with chanson. So that would
Mhm.
be fantastic.
Yep.
Um, but it's not bad. It's cute. Augusto, I'm sorry, I read his comment. Augusto says it's mid, but it's cute. I'm fine with France. I'm not gonna say it's
Mm.
mid. It's better than mid. This year is a lot of mid, and this
Yes.
rises above the mid, way.
Mhm. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And it's probably because the lyrics I think are very good. It's probably because it's kind of like crystalline platinum disco meets French chanson, which I've
Mhm.
always loved French chanson.
Me too.
Um,
Just that
I
it's
do.
yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, just that vocal tone that chanson singers have, it takes me back to my childhood.
It's very clear and it's very well done in the cut that we have. One thing though, I do notice that I am defending this song as opposed to like
Really?
the other folks who do say it's mid, because I do know it's a general opinion that this song didn't quite hit the expectation that they had set for France. But I do think that this has that shine, it has that shimmer that
Okay.
will be excellent in Liverpool. And it might not have left that great an impression on people as of this moment, but I'm telling everyone right now, just wait. There is
Okay.
something locked inside this song that is going to be saved for Liverpool that not everyone sees, but I think I do. And I think a lot of other people do too. There's just something about it that's just perfect to me. It's also probably because I grew up with a grandmother who taught me everything about disco, like listened to disco all the times, plus like the Carpenters and NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and all of that. Like big R&B girly, big disco
Yeah.
girly, folk girly, mariachi girly. That is my grandmother.
I love your grandma. I love
Her
her.
name, everyone in my family calls her Mama. She is just Mama according to all of us.
Yeah.
And Mama is right because this is the kind of music that I grew up on. Despite
Mhm.
it not being, despite me not ever really listening to chanson as a kid, this type of disco, this flavor of disco, made me who I am. So I love 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 this song, and it is currently I think my fourth or third place.
Oh, wow, it's up there for you.
It is
I
up there.
haven't worked out my placement for this one yet, but I haven't, like,
Mhm.
worked out my placement for everyone still.
We just got
I know
Poland like a couple minutes ago.
well, no, I mean, like, I know, like, my top 3. but like I don't really know
Yeah.
anything beyond my top 3. I'd have to like mentally work that out further.
Of course. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to rank you guys.
It really is. Ranking can be definitely difficult.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I honestly am feeling the song, and I think that, France could be bringing us something interesting.
I say potential top 10 result. That is just my prediction as of right now. There's something about it that is telling me top 10.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I can see that. I can see that, especially this year.
Mhm.
I can definitely see France pulling a top 10. Um,
Come on, France. I'm repatriating myself with the French, please.
gosh. Carmen just came in. Hello. I love Lazara's song. I think she'll have a great performance. And the French language is just, it is.
Carmen, hold my hands. We can make it. She will do it.
Peter Hadich says, France is my 5th.
La France, eh? I probably have so much love for France still because I'm still just broken over that Barbara Pravi didn't win her year. Love Måneskin. I adore Måneskin, but Barbara, that was my girl.
One second, let's say something about Barbara Pravi. She's got something coming down the line that I feel is going to be just absolutely amazing soon. So Vanya Lubich says Lazara's song doesn't wow me. It's pleasant, but it's just that okay. And Lazara though, stunning. Oh, she's gorgeous. Like we all are in agreement that she's gorgeous. I feel
style icon of the year so far. I mean, when it comes to just coming right out of the door, looking 100% how you should look at Eurovision, that's it. Like she's already figured that out, and I'm so happy about that.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and let's head on over to the other internal selection that happened this week. Australia. We got Voyager, guys. Yes. And the name of the song is, I did not write that down.
Promise.
Thank you.
Promise me it's gonna be all right.
How do you feel about this one?
It's okay. It's really, really good. I like it a lot. And I also do think this is top 10 contending. But they borrowed so many elements from Dreamer. This is literally just rewritten Dreamer. If you listen to their national final song from last year, which is Dreamer, by the way, for the folks who hadn't seen it, that song is very similar to this year's song. They copied and pasted quite a bit of things, but it's good. It's really, really good. I listen to this every time it comes on. I like Voyager. I love Voyager. I don't know what to say. Like it's just so easy for me to consume, and it's positive. That's one thing that's kind of surprising. This is like metal synthy, but it feels lighthearted. Very unique, very incredibly unique, especially for all the bands that we have this year.
Well, number one, it's a prog rock song. Like, it's a genre we don't really get at Eurovision very often. Honestly, it's a genre we don't really hear very often anymore. Because prog rock songs tend to be way longer than 3 minutes. The only other prog rock song I can think of was Georgia. Oh my gosh, what was the name of that song?
2011?
The one with the skydiver space. The 3 minutes to Earth. That was the name of the song.
3 minutes to Earth, yeah. That was prog rock?
That was prog rock, baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
Usually prog rock, usually when people think of like prog rock, it's more like Yes. But good luck finding a song a la Yes that's like less than 3 minutes. Or like, I don't know. It's like I need to stop name dropping bands that are like from the 70s. Or like early replacements. Oh, I love their replacements. But yeah, no. This is very much not prog rock situation. Is it the most groundbreaking piece of music I've ever heard in this genre? No. But I do love it for Eurovision.
Yeah.
I honestly, this is such a great year for rock music at Eurovision, especially. Like this is, we have a ton of bands, we have a ton of rock songs, but each one is a different genre of rock. And I do like to see that you're getting that diversity.
And Voyager, they're just, I feel like they're the most divisive out of all the bands we have. I just feel like they are the most different in terms of sound that they're producing. I mean, all of them have something that uniquely sets them apart, of course. But
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe it's the Southern Hemisphere-ishness of them talking that's just kind of like, y'all are different. Y'all are really, truly different.
I don't know if it's necessarily that. What I think it is for me, they're very accessibly in the genre. Because like I said, this is one
Mm.
of those
Mhm,
genres that can be a little more challenging for some people.
mhm,
And they're like giving us an accessible version of that. Um, you know,
mhm. And it has like we don't have that many songs this year that kind of have that 2 minute 30-second mark moment that it's trying to win,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
This has that moment again.
Like we
Dreamer
know,
did last year. The
yeah,
song does as well.
we know exactly where the recap's gonna be. I don't have to
Hmm.
guess. I know exactly where the recap is gonna hit. And like you said, that 2:30 mark, yep, it's right there.
Yeah,
Um,
at the money, right at the money.
yeah. And real quick, because we're going to move on to something else here in a second. And this question kind of, or the statement kind of works as a transition. Carmen says, great song, great band, but I'm afraid Joker out. I'm afraid for Joker out because San Marino has also chosen a band.
Mm,
I'm not afraid for Joker out. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know I'm currently in my year 2 of my Slovenian stand era.
mhm.
I don't fear for Joker out.
I don't fear
um,
for Joke Out either. They stay in everyone's discussion is the
yeah,
thing. When because we have all these bands that are
yeah.
drowning each other out to some degree, they're pretty particular. They stay a part of the talk.
Yeah, also on top of that, like, just when you watch that song live, the connection on the every single member of that band knows how to work a camera, and that's
Mhm.
such an important thing.
They've been ready
It
for this for a long time.
it really is. And it's hard to connect on camera because other national finals that we've watched so far this year, there are people struggling with that process.
Mhm.
And then since person brought up San Marino, let's talk about San Marino.
Let's talk about San
So
Marino.
yesterday they selected their song. It is going to be it was Peaked Jacks.
Mhm.
Or, is that right?
Peak Jacks, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Peaked Jacks with like an animal. You have any thoughts about the song?
Okay, I listened to it maybe like 2 or 3 times in a row. Um, I ca it's one of those things where it's like you feel the entire 3 minutes pass, but you don't feel like anything truly happened. Where it's like, "Huh? Did I just listen to a song? Is this truly the entry?" And then you play it again and you're like, "Wait, what? I felt like nothing happened. Nothing happened. I'm sorry." And the lyrics are bothersome. I don't like the lyrics. They're very
What are
bothersome.
butterflies in my ears?
The I like what does that mean? That's a very good question. Butterflies in my ears. What does that mean?
You know what
I don't
butterflies
like
in my stomach means?
I don't like the fact that these lyrics kind of paint to a creepy guy who's pursuing a girl creepily.
Yeah. It kind of comes
That's
off
just what
that
the
way.
lyrics are doing to me, and the song brings absolutely nothing. When it comes to bands that will lose in the totem of natural selection of bands this year, I see them at the very bottom as it currently stands.
Honestly, and here's the thing.
We had
San
Aquila
Marino
Laro last year. We had Aquila Laro last year. Come on.
oh my San Marino had choices. They had choices.
102 choices.
No, I mean, like,
Oh, oh la la, oh la la, oh la la.
did you watch any of the San Marinese show?
Yes. Yes.
It was like a high school production of San Remo, and just like Sidit was being chaotic. And, like,
I swear, the time that they walk into the studio after they get their passport stamped, the second they walk into the studio, they walk up to the guy with the monitor and then pick from a select screen what staging they want. They're like, that one. And
I
he's
mean,
like, okay, plugs it in.
they don't have a lot of money. Okay, it's San
I
Marino.
like how only a couple of them could hire dancers. Just the ones with some record in the studio or just with some history in the music industry, they brought a dancer or two. There were so many people who just got off of their job and was like, you know what? Could be the dream come true for me. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And then they do it and then drive
Uh-huh.
home like nothing happened. I find everything about San Marino to be like a science experiment. 100 songs and they chose this. I find the lyrics offensive. I'm sorry. I
I'm
am
sorry.
so
I had to
sorry.
mute my mic.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh, honestly, it kept going on and on and on, and I'm just like, what is happening? Why is Sidney now singing Beatle covers? I'm so confused. um,
And then the result sequences were confusing.
the result sequences are confusing, like San Remo's result sequences are. Let's be honest. It was basically just middle school version of San Remo.
Like, okay, how many of these people who went to San Marino are San Remo rejects, is my question. How many of y'all applied to the big league, is my question. I
Like
mean,
Giovanni. Okay.
what
Who
was
was
he
that
like?
naked guy?
Who was that guy naked? I feel like I know who you're talking about. I feel like I know who you're talking
Oh,
about, but it's not immediately coming to mind.
So when they were talking, like there was like a cutaway and there was a person getting undressed and they were like behind a foggy mirror. Or like, like they have the frosted glass for
Mhm.
privacy. Someone was getting naked behind like frosted glass, and like the commentator was just standing there talking. And I'm like, does someone just take their pants off? Like, what's happening? Oh, it was so good. It was so good. Oh,
Okay,
man.
whoever the hacker was on that broadcast.
That wasn't even a hacker. That was like the broadcast meant to do it.
Everything about this country literally just feels like I'm in a simulation, including the fact that we have 102 songs that are officially a part of the Eurovision lineage from one singular country. Mind you, the smallest of all of them. I love them. They are so chaotic. We need to analyze this from an academic perspective, truly.
Oh man. I had such a great time. Sorry. We were talking about the song.
Oh yeah, tell me about the song. You didn't tell me your thoughts about the song yet, so give it to me.
The Peak Jacks are like a band who would be at any bar anywhere in the world. And they decided to write their own song instead of
Honolulu
continuing.
Hard Rock Cafe.
You're going to Honolulu Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah, that's where I see them.
I don't see them at Hard Rock Cafe. I see them at this one place.
I do. I grew up terrorized by Hard Rock Cafe, and that's exactly what comes to mind for me.
I've only ever been to Hard Rock Cafe like once, and there was no one singing.
My parents go to every Hard Rock Cafe that's available in the world. They collect the shirts like Pokemon, and that's and I'm just saying, Peak Jacks is a very cover bandy dinner nightclub situation in a touristy street area. You're completely right in that regard.
Yeah, absolutely. I just they could be anywhere, and the lyrics of the song are very. They're giving me like Adam Levine vibes. Like this is something he would write. Lyrically.
Yeah. We've given Mr. Levine so many passes over the years for all of just the.
You've given him passes.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like I was 6.
I can't even use that as an excuse. I was definitely older than that when I was bumping songs about Jane.
Oh, damn. We're just in a goofy mood, you guys. We're just goofy.
I feel like I'm drunk now. I haven't been drinking at all, I promise.
This is water, by the way, you guys. It is sparkling water.
Ooh, it's a LaCroix. What flavor?
It's the neutral flavor.
Ew.
It's the one that you put in your humidifier before you have a stressful day.
Okay.
Anyways. So let's see. We just talked about San Marino, like an animal.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. We can get back on track here. Let's talk about Finland.
Yes. All right. So we have Garia's Cha Cha Cha. You guys, it's perfect. It's perfect for Eurovision. It's perfect. And I have a lot of love for everyone who was in UMK. Amazing job to all of you. But this was it. This was the song for me personally. This was the one top 3 at Eurovision. They are sitting pretty with that televote, hon. They do not have to go anywhere or do anything more. It's ready. Garia is ready. That bizarre little man is ready.
He's 5'3".
He's 5'3", you guys. That is so lovely.
Just want to pick him up and carry him with me.
It's like, how are you so much shorter than me? I'm
I
short
know,
cake,
right?
baby. Like I am, like shortness is my brand to a degree, and you're small. That's adorable. I
Yeah,
love that.
we love a
And
short king. Love a short king. Oh my
king, king,
gosh, no.
king, king, king,
Here's
king.
my thing. Here is my thing. Watching that performance live, I have never seen Finn so excited for anything in my life. Like they're usually a very reserved people. When
Mhm.
Cha 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 is on the line,
Feral, feral.
absolutely feral. Like just absolutely all the energy. I love the staging, the juxtaposition between like like a shipping pallet wrestling cage and like him in his little wrestling costume, and
And the
then
cha-cha dancers.
the cha-cha dancers with like deranged grins on their faces and
They
the
look
crazy
creepy as
eyes.
hell. I
It was
loved it.
so good.
That's art, you guys. This is art. This is what Eurovision is meant for. When it comes to perfecting the Eurovision formula in a way that doesn't feel dated or like it came off a conveyor belt, this is how you do it. Because be unique first and foremost. He mastered that, and then he got to tack on the Eurovision winning stuff. You know.
Also, I can't wait. He's like, I don't know. I feel like he now has to carry on the legacy of the bowl cut. Like every
I mean, last year it was
we had
handled the
Monica
best
for the
way.
bowl cut. Yep.
Monica,
And
that was the best way a bold cut could have ever been treated.
and now he has the bowl cut. So I think he's gonna be our Monica for the season.
One of these streams I'm just gonna read across.
Yeah, bring back the bowl cut. I can't do a bowl cut right now. My hair's not long enough.
I can
Um,
because my hair is straight and it defaults to bowl cut. But I mean,
yeah. This is such a great show. The stage, the sound, the camera work. Yeah. UMK was amazing.
learn like there are so
UMK.
many national selections that need to learn their lesson just by watching one night of UMK.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
perfect.
UMK
It
is just
truly
like,
is.
it's so good. And then Vanya Lubic says, Finland is coming for it. Such an energy boost. It makes my blood pumping straight to my number one. It's so good.
It's
It
my
makes
number
me
one
want to
too right
punch.
now.
It's my number 3. Yeah.
Punchy, you
I
said?
suck at winking. Don't make me wink again. Yeah, no, it's a banger. Like it's so in every second of it.
It's
Absolutely loved
layered.
it.
It's the thing. There are some songs this year that kind of move in the direction of kind of like rocky metal electronic that go absolutely nowhere, and you don't have that with him. He comes across as such a lovable person. I just
He
want to
really
put him in like a
does.
dumpling. I just want to put him in a dumpling.
Oh my gosh. Right? Like I don't know. There's something about him that just has this like, no, you know what this is? This is what we call a cinnamon roll.
Yeah, he's definitely a cinnamon roll.
Absolute cinnamon roll playlist. Absolute
I want
cinnamon
him
roll
in like
playlist.
that little box, covered in like a nice little cream. Top 5
Lorenzi.
La Focaccia here at my playlist. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Top 5 lock at
Happy.
Eurovision. I'm calling that. I'm calling that.
I wouldn't
I
mind
wouldn't mind.
Finland winning, to be honest.
Tampere would be a great city to host. Tampere
Um,
would be a nice city, in my opinion.
there we go. And then some Croatians were optimistic that their entry is winning the televote. Nope.
Really, really, I do want to know what those Croatians were saying because I need to hear some more of the argument from the other side about Mamasic. You know,
Oh
I hear a
no.
lot. I hear a lot from my side. I need to hear more from the people who like it.
What side are you on for Mama?
Um, it makes me nauseous.
I love it.
It
It's
it
supposed
kind
to
of
make
gives
you
me a
nauseous, baby.
queasy uneasiness. Yeah.
Oh, it's
But
great.
for me, I'm very susceptible to queasiness, so it's not a welcome feeling for me.
And then Karia confirmed it is not happening because he will. Honestly, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope they grease him up again, you know? How
Get him
they were
more
like,
oil on
okay,
him.
you're
Ooh,
gonna
get
be
like a body
shiny,
oil with
baby.
shimmer on it. Like a shimmery body oil.
Ooh.
I've
Like
got a green one.
a shimmer that yeah, yeah.
I've got a green body oil shimmer.
That would look nice. And put that on your dancers too.
Marinos, I agree. Marinos pie, I defend Mama forever too.
Definitely. Okay, so tell me about that in the comments. Literally talk to me about that song as much as possible. I do see it as an art piece and I want to be able to access it. I'm not just going to be a hater of this song. There's something about it that I don't understand and I want to understand. So please do tell me.
Okay. All right. Next we have Lauren D says, don't let it disturb you from the fact that a whole stream that I was part of yesterday had half the chat spamming about Loreen and the second half trying to stop them from typing on UMK stream. Discuss. Honestly, I hate when people do that. Like, guys, we need to kind of stick.
It's so amateur, It's so
but
amateur. No,
I clicked on that.
Don't bring that everywhere.
I clicked on that to act our transition because we're going to talk about Melfest now.
Melodifestivalen, you guys. Heat numero 4.
I'm just going to say it 4. Like, they literally saved the best song of the year for last.
I have a theory. What if all the broadcasters got a call from a mysterious number after the final in Turin, and they were just like, you know what? Try as little as you can. Let Loreen cakewalk this year and save your money.
Honestly, 2012 was also a weak ass year.
It was. I mean, despite the fact that I love that year so much with my heart, I listened back to some of the non-qualifiers and I'm just like, you made it so far. You made it so far.
It does have what okay, so someone had said when they need to laugh, they watched the video of River from last year. If I need to laugh, the interval act with Dima Bilan, Maria.
Not the Waterloo performance. Not the Waterloo performance. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
These people don't know each other. They don't know each other.
That interval act is so bad. It is awful.
Okay, guys. Homework
Lina
for you.
Is clearly drunk.
If you have not seen that interval act, watch that right after this stream. It's homework because this is just something that you need to understand as a Eurovision fan. It gets awkward when you put all the winners up there on the stage singing an old song.
And like Ella and Nikki clearly didn't remember the lyrics. They were lost. Lena was drunk, I'm pretty sure. Alexander Rybak
Maria was having a great time.
Maria was the only one who showed up sober. She was the only one who showed up sober. It's 20. Okay, Marino's Pie. It's not even on the official YouTube channel. Okay, you have to like go on YouTube and look up like Waterloo 2012 interval, and you will find it. It sends me, and like I swear, Dima was high. Like it's just no one is sober on that stage, and it's a hot mess, and it makes me laugh so hard. Like.
There's some things that really shouldn't be so funny, but that makes you as a Eurovision fan watch that performance and you'll really be like, I've seen what little can be done.
Number one, all the intervals in 2012 were bad, but that one that transcends.
They were camp though. They were bad, but they were very camp. Like this was Camp City. You're in Yosemite, the level of camping. Like
it is the most camp. Honestly though, anything Dima Bilan has done for Eurovision has been camp as fuck. Like
like I love how he's always singing as if he's like on the verge of death.
I can't stand Believe. I think that song is so bad, but it does make me laugh.
Whenever the thunder and storm begin.
No, that performance, like when Plashenko does his little pirouette and flips his hair, I lose it.
He was going to cut someone's hand off. He was going to cut someone's hand off any second.
It makes me laugh so hard. It is so... I remember showing that to somebody and they're like, this isn't real. I'm like, oh, it's real.
It's not real. Only real, but we watch it in some degree every year because it's real, okay? The fact hilarious. That it won, we don't get to escape it now.
Nope.
It's there forever.
If anyone's curious, I genuinely think that's like the worst winner ever. It's worse than Running Scared for me. But at least it makes me laugh. Running Scared makes me feel nothing. It's turned into a tangent about this man.
His jacket in 2009, that's another piece of commentary, you guys. The 2009 grand final in Moscow, just watch the first 15 minutes. Just the first 15 minutes. And if you can get through that, then watch the rest of the show. You've earned it. You've earned the rest of the show.
The rest of the show is a treat after that.
Yeah, it is a treat.
Minutes. But yeah, we were talking about Sweden. I'm sorry, we went off on some weird tangent.
Sorry, you guys. Sweden. So Lorraine went through, and 6 Feet Under, Smash Into Pieces went through. Those were the DTFs. The not AC anymore. I keep wanting to call it AC.
Semifinal.
The semifinal qualifiers were Kiana and Mariette.
I'm gonna say this, and I mean it. I'm gonna say this. It's gonna sound harsh until I explain myself.
Okay.
That was first song. The first of the second chancers. What was that? Who's that? I'm sorry.
Kiana.
Kiana, thank you. Her song is Everything Wrong with Melfest in one song.
I liked it.
Let me finish what I'm
But
saying because it sounds harsh,
sorry,
but
I'm
I
sorry.
promise you it's
No,
accurate.
continue. Go ahead. Go for it.
It sounds like 2012 still.
Mm.
Like, that's the issue I have with Melfest. It's so stagnant. They don't push the envelope at all. Everything is just well-produced Swedish pop music, which, yeah, Sweden makes good pop music, but it's the same thing. You could tell me that's an Avicii song from, like I said, like 2012, and I would believe you. You could tell me that's Swedish House Mafia, and I would believe you. There's nothing about that song that makes it unique or different. It just sounds fine. It's okay. It has no personality to it. It just exists.
I think she was one of the people who came to Melfest because Melfest is fun, kind of a degree, you know?
Mhm.
Because I feel like a lot of people come to Melfest to be handed a song because they want to be able to perform a Melfest song.
What I think it is also because Melodifestivalen is such a big cultural thing in Sweden. It's like if you're a new artist or something, you can go to Melfest and then suddenly you have all these millions of people watching you.
Yeah.
And you have a domestic audience. But it's just so basic. Like there's nothing about it that makes me go, oh, I will remember this in the future. The only thing I remember about it is how bland it is.
Mm-hmm. I do feel that same way about a couple of these semifinal songs as well. They do just feel like they're never going to push the envelope, and honestly it's kind of sad too because it takes away from a lot of the artistic vision that these artists could have. It eliminates the creativity that they could be bringing to the table.
It's why I need Sweden to not qualify. I just need a year for Sweden to not qualify,
Learn
and they'll
their
get their
lesson
act together.
again.
It happened in 2012. I'm sorry, it happened in 2010. Someone has to be the sacrificial lamb and take that because it needs to happen. Because look at it. Sweden was kind of wallowing in like the 15th-ish place in the final for all of the oddies. They did not qualify. Then they got their act together starting in 2011. We're at that point now, right now with Sweden. Sweden needs to not qualify. Now, that being said, I don't think this is going to be their year to not qualify.
No, me either. Because the top contending ones to win, I do see making it to the final. I
At
just
this
see
point,
it.
and the only song I can see winning is Loreen,
Mm-hmm.
and she would qualify. In fact, she'd probably cakewalk it. In fact, someone made a joke I saw on Twitter of when we get to the final in May, it's going to be Loreen versus Karia, and that final shot to see who's going to be winning the victory.
I am actually in that boat. I do think the top 3 very well could be a fight to the death between the Nordics.
Yeah.
Alessandra's up there
Norway,
too.
I don't think Norway is.
I think so. I think she is.
If Norway gets top 3, I'll eat my words if I have to. If Norway gets top 3, what in the DDR mess is Europe up to? Like, I'm sorry, that song sounds like
not the DDR mess.
The song,
no.
literally to me, it sounds like I don't mind it, but it sounds like DDR. It sounds like DDR.
It literally does. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys know this, but my brother is like a TikTok DDR celebrity now. So I've been stuck with DDR music literally my whole life. He's played DDR, and you're completely right. This is a DDR song. You just hear the
I can see it in my head. I see the arrows. I see the arrows going across my screen.
No, stop! Don't say that. I hate that you said that.
And now you can't unsee it.
Great.
No,
now I don't see Norway in my top 3. You literally just knocked her out of there.
I told you it's not.
Oh my god.
And it doesn't even have enough of that weird, like, you know, that, like, because we're from the US. You know, it sounds like when Americans go, why do you listen to European music? It just sounds like techno trash. It sounds like a stereotypically European song.
It does. But for me, it also moves in the direction of actual pirate shanty. Like this is Pirates of the Caribbean brought to off-Broadway.
I'm
like
okay
Queen of the
with that.
Kings, you would hear in the first 20 minutes.
I don't hate the song. I just that's what I'm saying is like I can't see it winning. Oh, Leo S, you sweet innocent child.
Oh,
It's
DDR,
DDR, like
Dance
David
Dance
David
Revolution.
Radio. Yes,
Yeah,
Dance Dance
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Revolution.
Mhm.
It has oh gosh, it was a popular arcade game, and basically it was like techno music that people would like dance to, and like you stomp on these little pads, like there's arrows for front, back,
Mhm.
left, right. And it's like
It's a
it's a
rhythm game.
Japanese rhythm game, I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah,
And but a lot of it was like European like not disco, European techno music from the 90s
a
by
lot of
acts
it,
no
a
one cares
lot.
about.
Mhm.
Like, I'm thinking about like Smile DK. I remember people I'm like, yeah, they're Danish. People like, no, they're not. They're Japanese. I'm like, no, those are Danes, baby.
No, they just made most of their money using Japan, but
Yeah, but like that's Eurobeats in general. Like
Mhm.
the Japanese love Eurobeats. It's just a lot of like it's oh
Just
gosh.
imagine a lot of electronic sounds, and the whole point is just playing different keys with these electronic sounds and applying different beat layers. That's
Yeah.
DDR.
It's like yeah, like there's certain things it's like yeah, no, like yeah, it's a whole it's just it's a game and it takes me back to that mentally.
Yeah,
Um
it literally reminds me of my brother. So now I can't help but hear that with Norway. So thank you.
yeah. That being said, going back on track there, Lorraine, fantastic. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. It still sounded fresh somehow. We have a singer from 11 years ago. Looking at the people who wrote the song together, they're all Melfest mainstays who make music for Melfest that's very much just well produced Swedish pop that's okay. But just Lorraine brought it.
You could tell she had a lot to say about how the song was going to go. You could just tell. You can tell when artistic investment is happening, and I get that from her.
Okay, Leo asks real quick because you said this comment. I was confused because in Germany, for me, DDR is the social state we used to have in the 90s. Um, I know what you mean there.
I
Because when I
am,
first got into
yeah.
like world history, I was like, named a country after a video game. So yeah, no, I totally I had the opposite reaction as you.
Yeah, it's not that DDR.
No.
DDR, yeah, I grew up with is the rhythm game, which is something a lot more lighthearted. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
6 Feet Under, Smash Into Pieces
It was
was
fine.
it was
It
fine.
it's
It
fine.
was the second best in the heat.
Yeah, it
What do
was
you want us to say?
definitely.
And it's a Melfest rock song, you know? I feel like all the okay, I'm gonna make kind of a little petty claim. The singer for 6 Feet Under. So you know how Melfest rock acts typically they put on a face of like I'm hard, you know, the kind of like I'm hard. The vibe I get is kind of the same vibe I get with a lot of singers in this paradigm that nah, you're not actually hard. You just got tattoos and talk urban and wear a snapback.
Oh
You
my
know,
god.
I,
You're so right.
that's the vibe I get because the thing is we've had acts like this in Melfest that did it a lot with like a lot more fervor than he's doing. But there
Yep.
are a lot of people, especially in the United States, who are just some plain guy who got
Mhm.
tattoos, wears a snapback, and acts hard when he's actually still that guy from earlier.
Yeah. No,
And
100%.
that's the vibe I get. I mean, it very much could be not true for this singer, but I don't know, Melfest. I need more convincing that these people come from more situations than would just be provided to them with what they're given at Melfest. But I'm gonna stop talking on that point.
No, it's 100% what it is. And that's like it just feels like you're handed a song
Yeah.
when you go to Melfest. The Melfest
Hmm.
songs that I've loved right lately have not felt like that. Like
Hmm.
Cornelia, her when she performs Hold Me
Hold me
Closer,
close.
it doesn't feel like she was just handed a song. It feels like she's lived that song.
And they got it. It felt like they got it right. You know,
Yeah.
it felt like after Cornelia, Sweden was like, okay, now we see the bugs. Yeah, I'm still stepping on bugs, y'all.
Yep. I'm still 7 on 'em too. No, like and like with Loreen, she feels like she performs a song like she feels like she's lived the song.
Mhm.
And I think that that's something that just Melfest singers tend to not have.
Uh-huh.
As they come in, like, you're handed a song. There's nothing wrong with singing a song that,
That
someone
you're
else wrote.
yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
I love pop music. That's just how pop music is.
Mhm.
But there's a certain level of acting you have to have when you're singing a song you didn't write.
Yeah. Mhm. Or sometimes the lyrics try to sell you on the story so bad, like Tennessee Tears' song.
Gosh,
But
Tennessee
y'all didn't really experience this. I know for a fact you're telling some BS story.
right?
But that's beside the hopefully this Melfest in general, looking at Melfest in the big scope of things, they pick Lorraine. Lorraine does well at Eurovision. And then the next following year, if they follow their format again, then they do deserve to not qualify.
Yeah. It's like they're like basically at this point, Melfest is being saved. Sweden right now is just being saved by one woman every year at this point for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, 2021, I wouldn't say they don't deserve to qualify. I wouldn't have let them through in my final.
21, yeah. Me either. Oh la la.
And it's not, oh wait, hold on a second. Loreen unfortunately outshined every act, especially with these lights. Yes,
Expensive. It was money.
it looked so good.
It
Yeah,
literally I don't know whose intention this was, but I feel like nobody else was trying in comparison, you know? You could see the work that woman puts
yeah,
in.
yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, no, I agree with that statement 100%.
Mm,
Sorry, here we go. Leo S says Lorraine has a special physicality to her movements, and the stage isn't looked magical. That's what it is. It's like when she moves in a manner that makes you engage. Like you want to watch her
yeah.
and you want to stay engaged with the performance, and that's so important.
Every movement she makes is a shot.
Yeah,
Every movement she makes, that is literally a perfect shot for, like, stills that you would publish, etcetera, etcetera. She knows how to make her entire body a work of art for 3 minutes.
and
That's a
that's so
very
so
big
important.
challenge.
That is
It's
such an
hard,
important
though.
thing.
Yeah, it's very important. She has mastered that, which is probably why she's going to win.
Yeah, no, exactly, and she deserves it. Let's be
On
honest
top of
here.
the fact that this is also an amazing Lorraine song.
Yeah, it's good. So we talked about Sweden. I'm sorry, I'm like spacing out a bit. Let's talk about Portugal.
Portugal, yes. We have our first. We have our results from the first semifinal. We're about to go into the second semifinal next week. But
Now, do you want to go ahead and read off who is qualifying? Who qualified?
yes. So there were originally going to be 6 acts qualifying, you guys, but because the lines were like broken for one of the songs, we actually have 7 now. The
Which,
songs
real
are.
quick, I love the fact that it's just like, let's let that person qualify
I know,
automatically.
that's so sweet. I love
Yeah.
that. So Portugal handled that very well. The songs that
Mhm.
made it are Chorky and Cruziada, Claudia Pascual singing Nasce Maria, Sal Viver, Mimicat singing Ai Coração, You Can't Win Charlie Brown performing Contraste Mudo, Neon Soho, Endless World, and Esse Povo Zapatos de Cimento. Those are the 7 that went through. Talk to me.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Honestly, 'cause that's the thing with like Festival da Canção. Uh, any song could have qualified. I would have been glad to have them.
Hmm.
So I'm happy. I am glad with these results that we had. I kind of am a little like I'm a little sad that we lost, Son Hostel Liberdade. Um,
I was not expecting that. I was not
Honestly,
expecting that at
that
all.
song, I think I kept tweeting like really weird things. Like that song took me back to waiting for the Kojo Namdi show to start, which is a sentence only certain people of a certain age will understand. Um,
Yeah, you could have been speaking Chinese to me. Like I don't.
so NPR,
Mhm.
my local NPR station. For you guys, NPR is our like a national. It's like a public radio.
It's what educated people listen to.
Yeah, it's like a public radio station that like only weird liberals listen to. And by liberal, I mean like liberal,
Mhm.
like American liberal, so conservative for
Yeah.
everyone else.
Uh-huh. It's hard to
Um,
explain, but yeah,
yeah.
NPR.
But there was a show on it called the Kojo Namdi Show, and my grand and the what came on before the Kojo Namdi Show in the '90s was a jazz. Um, was a jazz show my grandpa used to listen to. He also listened to the other show too, and it was just like jazz music for an hour and a half or so, and this sounded like something that would fit perfectly in with that. Like my grandfather would
Mhm.
love this song. He would absolutely eat it up. Um,
I mean, it's
and
very
it made me
pleasant.
nostalgic for that.
It's pleasant. I do kind of get what you mean. Like transitional jazzy music has a little bit
Yeah,
of a liminaliness to it.
the clarinet.
Clarinet, is that what does it? Because I feel like the clarinet paints such a different sound with its timbre. Like
I love.
it creates such an environment. I love the clarinet. Um, yeah, I was
That's my
really
girl.
surprised when they didn't make it through. I was pretty surprised because Portugal usually eats that kind of thing up. So
Yeah. Um,
April Ivy, oh my gosh.
I'm not shocked. Actually, you know what? That's probably the song I'm the least upset we lost. Because, and here's why. That song is in every single national final this year.
It is. I know it's basic. I know it's not unique. I know it's not doing anything. But apparently this woman's been working on it since August.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
You just ripped my heart out of my chest. But the qualifiers, I'm really happy with the list of qualifiers. I was hoping Zapatos de Cimiento would make it because Esipov was just, I love them.
Oh yeah.
Claudia absolutely served. Yes, Takashi. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect her to have so much personality. Yeah,
Yeah.
me either.
No. Honestly, I would if you like here's how I feel about that song. I never stopped listening to Claudia. I never did. And this is kind of the personality she has in her own music.
Mhm.
Because we have to remember with Oh Jardim, that wasn't her song. That was
It was
Izora's song.
Izara's song. Yes.
Yeah. And like and there's a specific personality. Like if you like this, you'd like her other stuff.
Mhm.
This is like a more mature version of what she does in her own work because it still has the playful qualities I would expect to have from her.
Mhm.
I don't know because like I'm thinking like, I wanted to just say real quick for a song we lost. Too Much Sauce was so like African diaspora. It
Mhm.
was like, oh, this is like really black. Like I'm like, Europe's not gonna get this, but I understand where you're coming from. Everything with
Yeah.
the visual. I'm like, visual, lyrically,
Mhm.
I understand this song. It was for the diaspora.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I understand why it didn't qualify. I would have loved to have it go through to the final, but yeah, I
Mhm.
understand why it didn't qualify.
I mean I
Um,
love Afrobeat, but yeah, that song wasn't for me. It just wasn't.
You Can't Win Charlie Brown sold it to me.
So
I
good.
want them regardless of their potential result in ESC, but I will be fine with whoever will be representing Portugal this year. That's the thing is like with
Options.
Portugal, ever since 2018, I'm happy with what wins,
Mhm.
even if it's not my favorite. Now, granted, my favorite song won in 2018 and 2019
Mhm.
with Portugal.
Same, me
Um,
too.
but like they're just like you're not going to be upset even if your favorite doesn't win
Mhm.
because it's just such a quality performance. And You Can't Win Charlie Brown. That song is transcendental. Like it just transports me. Like
It's the sound of sunlight. I love it. It's
it's
literally
so
the sound of
good.
sunlight. I think it's
Yeah.
it's it's just such an expert artistic piece. You don't need a big vocal moment to make an
No.
amazing Eurovision song, you know, guys? It could just be very, very good softness.
And it's the kind of music Portugal does so well.
Only
Like
Portugal, really.
only Portugal does this in Eurovision. It's just like, yeah, no, that song is fantastic.
Mhm. Absolutely
Um,
great.
yeah. I'm just thinking,
Mimi
do
Cat
you
was
have anyone
excellent.
else? Huh?
Love Mimi Cat. Oh my goodness. Mimi
Fantastic.
Cat.
So much fun.
Loved it. And she came out dressed like a strawberry. And
She was so cute. I loved it.
I noticed that I heard here say that she was really worried about her performance because there was a lot of technical issues of the rehearsals. I did not pick up any technical issues. It was handled
Girl,
so well. So well. Great
handled
job,
it.
Mimi Cat. Amazing.
Handled it like an absolute pro.
Hmm.
Yeah, honestly, like I said, I'm happy with every result, every
Hmm.
single result we
Yeah.
got.
Great job, Portugal. And next week is going to be just as lit because my favorite song is in it. My favorite
Um,
song, I think, of the Eurovision season so far is in it. So.
let me guess, it's Ivan Dropovo. Ivan Dropovo. It's
Yes, it is.
so good. Oh my, if that one.
Well, first of
Like,
all, that man has my heart. Like without the song, he is just a fine man. But
yes, he is. I agree 100%.
mm,
Like his voice, fantastic. The
honey,
guitar,
it's like
so
honey.
good.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, that I understand why you love that song. I love that song too.
Hmm.
I can't wait to see that live. It's gonna be it. My expectations are so high.
Next Saturday, you guys, I'm gonna be sitting pretty for that song specifically.
What is another one of the songs that you want? Do you have anything else you like or really looking forward to next week?
Yeah, there was another one I did want to mention. I'm just pulling it up right here. So for next week, Barbatinoco, Good Night.
Okay.
I am usually very, very selective about English language songs that are very wordy.
Hmm.
They just don't always hit a right mark for me, except when they do. Croatia's Guilty Pleasure last year, very wordy song, but the way the language is executed was very, very nice. I noticed that European writers can write in English songs better than I can write anything in English. Like, and this is no exception. Barbatinoko's Good Night story. The lyrics are pretty. The syllables fit. It's eventful. It's simple. It's pretty. I think I already said that. It's ready to go to Eurovision as well, and I hope it does really well at FDC because everything about that song, it breaks my heart to listen to it. But that's exactly what I go for.
Yeah, I think for me the other two I'm looking forward to a lot, like Bandua Banderas and El Mundo Ignacio with A Festa.
Yes, both of those. Ethnobop, amazing. I don't. How are you supposed to pick? Like, legitimately.
Like, I'm looking at next week's lineup. There's only one song next week I don't want in the final. I'm not going to say what song it is, but like I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah, for me, I also think there's only one. But with that said, that one song isn't gonna fill all 7 spots or 6 spots, you know?
Like, how about this? No one else sends a song to Eurovision. We just send the rest of like the Festival da Canção lineup. Like
And
the whole
UMK.
final for Festival da Canção can just go to Eurovision instead.
And UMK for all the ones that didn't grab one.
Yeah, exactly. UMK, like, yeah, no. Like the two of them, those two national finals, just like, let's just send everything through.
Yo, Kira, you ready to be like from another country real quick?
She's so cute. Like, real
She
quick,
is.
just talking
I'm
about
happy
her
she got third.
performance.
She got 3rd place, you guys.
I'm surprised.
Ha
I'm surprised
ha
she
ha
got
ha
third.
ha ha ha. I'm amazed. Like, I'm so amazed.
I'm
for
happy
her.
for her, but she had trouble with the camera. Like, I'm like, she needs to work on
She
her.
needs more.
Like,
She needs more time on stage. I think
yeah.
is what it is. All the problems that she had, she just needs more time up there.
Yeah, like I think with a lot of them, with her in particular, she was like kind of singing to the audience in the room and not the audience at home.
At home. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
and
okay.
like
That's okay.
just that's all.
She
Not
got 3rd
bad. She was
place.
good.
Other than the fact, so great job.
Yeah, she was great. If she just made that little change, she may have came second.
Mm-hmm. Very much.
Okay, so let's talk about Deutschland.
Deutschland. Okay.
And
so we.
Unser Lied for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Do you want to read off our songs?
Sure. So the songs that we will be hearing at Unser Lied for Liverpool are Trong singing Dare to Be Different, Renee Miller performing Concrete Heart, Anika Russo singing Once Upon a Dream, Lonely Spring performing Misfit, Will Church singing Hold On, Patty Gurdy and her song Melodies of Hope, Ike Hüftgold with his song Lied mit gutem Text, Frida Gold with Alle Freien im mir sind müde, and Lord of the Lost, who will be performing Blood and Glitter. Those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 songs that we have in Germany. Talk to me.
Germany has options.
What do you mean?
They've got choices that they can make that would not come last. That's what I mean by that statement. Germany has the potential to not come in the bottom 5.
Absolutely.
They will and truly do.
Truly. I'm with that. I'm with that.
I fear the taste of the German public. And like Lorendi says, EK could still win. And that would get you last place, Germany.
That will definitely get you last place.
Probably do not do it.
Probably the hardest 0 point that anyone ever gets, as in like not a single televote from a single person within the continent of Europe or Australia or the international
the Austrians would give it like 1 point.
Maybe the Norwegians would give it 1 point because it's the word for not in Norwegian, Ike.
It's no. Germany, if you make that choice, that is the only wrong answer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's. But we can't we can't trust the German public.
No,
We
we
can't
can't.
trust them at all.
Because here's the thing. Germany, I need you to stop coming up with these wild card situations in your national finals, because the last time you did this was 2019. 2019, you had a great selection. You had options, Germany. You had a strong national final where literally everything but one freaking song would have not got you 0 points. Everything
And
but
what
one
did
song.
you do?
And you
what
chose the
did
one that
you
would have got you 0.
do? Oh my gosh, that was such an amazing selection. They had hit after hit after hit in that.
It was so good. It was so good. And you know what, Germany? You made the wrong choice. Sometimes you got to think, you know what? I'm just going to say it. Sometimes you make bad choices, Germany. And that was a bad choice. And if you make this choice and it's bad again, I can't keep defending you. I really can't.
Like, okay, it wasn't y'all fault that Violent thing didn't go through. Y'all made the great decision. It was a great decision there.
Mhm.
But then to follow up next year, huh? Oh my goodness. And then the year to follow that, Germany just, yeah, you know you're getting it wrong. You know you're bad at this. Just listen to the recommendations that the general European public is giving you, because you do have talent. You do have a lot. Fun
The
fact.
US says, fun fact, Nico Russo was offered to be part of Sisters, but she declined. I stan a smart queen.
Anika, you dodged probably the greatest bullet of your life, Miss Thing.
And here's the thing. Her song is good. Like Once Upon a Dream, it's dramatic, it's bold, it's a little musical
It's an option,
theater-y,
but it is an
but it's
option.
an option.
It's an option.
It's an option. It's not embarrassing.
It's not. There are many songs in this where I'm just like, this isn't embarrassing. Y'all ain't gonna get 0. There's a couple in this.
Peter Hadich says, Patty Gurdy or Lord of the Lost. Here's my thing with Patty Gurdy. I feel like it's the kind of song that Euro fans, we love. We eat this up.
Yes,
the general public, not so much.
But I don't think it's a 0. I don't think it's a 0 either. You know?
But I think it's still coming bottom 5. It would be like one of those ones that comes bottom 5. We go, oh, what happened? The song was robbed. It was so great. You know what I mean? It's like one of the ones like Eurovision fans we love, but the general population is kind of like, it's a little cheesy, isn't it? But like, that's why it's good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is cheesy, but she's leaning into that 100%. She's like,
and she's doing I'm
giving
earnestly.
cheese.
And it's so earnest. And Germans, they know how to make good cheese.
They make amazing cheese. And really, a lot of any kind of German cheese, lean into the cheese. It's brilliant. It's nice. And you can do that. And it's not going to get you 0 points.
No. Here's the thing. Ike is also very German. That song.
Yeah. It
very
just
sounds like
aggressively
sandals.
polka.
It sounds like you have on a pair of socks with your sandals and a fanny pack on. I don't know how else to describe it.
And all 3 of those things are wet. They're damp.
It's very German. Lord of the Lost, I could take that too.
I could take it. I could take it.
I would be happy with it. It would be something, you know? I love German rock. We all love German rock.
Is good. Yeah. And it wouldn't get 0. It would not get 0.
It would not get 0. It would just be, it'd have to play in that whole boat of, hey, we have so many bands this year. Were there any songs like, well, what do you like? Because we kind of just went through what we hated and then talked about like what other people mentioned.
Okay, so the one that I think the one I like the most out of all of these is Will Church's Hold On, and I'm the only one who says anything about that song. It's folksy. The lyrics are nice, they're competent. The arrangement is quite pleasant in my opinion. Melody's there, it's present. Yeah, it's just all around quite decent.
It's very
I think it's my favorite. Yeah.
It's very much what I was listening to like in 2011 to like 2013, which I'm not saying it sounds dated. It's just, this is the kind of music I used to listen to mostly back then.
It's not too stomp clap hey, which is something that I generally stray away from. Not too much. It's got...
It's not Lumiere's.
Yeah. It's not Lumiere's, exactly.
The Lumineers, not Lumiere. Lumiere was a keyboardist for a German rock band, but he's dead now. It's a whole thing.
I was thinking Lumiere is like those cheesy string lights. But anyways,
Oh no, Lumineers is a band. They had a couple of hit songs in the early aughties that were very, hey. I think they actually literally had a song called like "Hey Ho" that was like
oh
stomps and claps. That's what I was talking about. Was that band?
yeah, okay, so
Um,
stuff like that, Mumford and Sons, that general
yeah,
sound of music, I despise. But I'm here for Mr. Will Church. He sounds nice.
yeah. I think you know what my favorite song is. It's so freaking predictable. I am really into "Dare to Be Different" by Trong. I don't care. It's new
It's not
disco.
too bad. It's
It's
not too bad.
cheesy. I know it's not gonna. It wouldn't do well at Eurovision. I
Barf.
enjoy it though. It's like something that I like it. Okay, and like my own personal taste. Like I already had Alicia tell me to delete a tweet yesterday because I was like kind of in my like low new
I
disco vibes.
I yeah.
It's
I
okay.
mean,
You can say it.
I need to see it on stage.
Yeah,
I don't know for sure what to say about the song until I see it on stage.
I trust
But
him. I
Asian
trust him as a performer.
mediocrity, Asian mediocrity.
Oh my gosh, it's not that
I'm
bad. It's not that bad.
I the thing is, I love Vietnamese culture. I think I think it could be done so well, but it's kind of mismatched with this song, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean
It
the
doesn't
whole
quite feel like it
costuming, I was like, can we
matches.
not do the rice hat? I don't like how that is. That's making me a little uncomfortable.
If we're gonna lean into the rice
Um,
hat, there are all kinds of. I mean, we use rice hats in our culture too.
yeah,
You can do rice hats with all kinds of things. I think specifically for this song though, there's not
it
quite. It
doesn't.
doesn't. It's not doing
That's what
anything.
I'm saying. Is like the rice hat. I'm not into. I'm like, can we leave that at home?
Yeah, that is
Leave
the
that at
most
home,
bothersome.
honey.
That's the most bothersome thing about
Yeah,
it for me. But other than that, it's decent. It's there.
no, I like the
I'm not
song, and
hating
he
it.
can
Yeah.
dance. He can dance his ass off. Like let him go.
Oh
He'll put
yeah,
on a show.
he got moves.
Yeah,
Little Trong,
he'll put on a show.
beat it
If we're
out.
talking about like more seriously, what I like that's like not an absolute embarrassment to me and my repertoire, like my reputation. I really do like Alla Frauen in mir Sinabudi.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. That one, it's artsy.
it's very
It's art.
artsy.
It's
It's unexpected.
feminine.
Yep.
Uh huh. I forgot that one is actually one that I really like too. Now that you have mentioned it, I forgot that I should
Like
have
I said,
mentioned it.
Germany has options. Also,
Yeah.
Renee Miller, that song, again, artsy. They have
Mhm.
options.
Renee Miller, I could even see potentially upper right side. Germany,
Top
probably not
15.
gonna top
I
15.
could see that top
Ha!
15.
Listen, you guys, you have options. That's the thing. You typically have options.
Yeah. Alla Frauen in mir sind Moody. Again, I could see that coming top 15.
Mhm.
I just don't want Germany at the very bottom. And like,
And they don't have to do that. I feel like it's come to a point where they're intentionally trying to get that result now.
they
But
want to come bottom.
you know what,
Yeah.
Germany, you know what the problem is. That's the thing. We don't have to tell you what the problem is. You know because you know.
Here's what I
Um,
think it is. Let's talk about this comment from Carmen. I wonder how the German public is viewing Eurovision competition, maybe the same as the UK a few years ago.
that's a problem.
That would be it. If you do
That's
internal
a problem.
selections and you choose good stuff, like honestly, I wonder if Violent Thing, if we would have had 2020 and Violent Thing was allowed to go to Eurovision, would we be seeing the UK Germany currently in the same place the UK is in right now?
That's a very good question. I don't know.
Because I honestly I saw Violent Thing coming top 5.
Violent Thing was going to do very, very well. Top 10 would have been my guess, but
Mhm.
top 5 would have also made sense just by looking at 2020.
I would say do a couple of internal selections, Germany.
Mhm.
You can buy a pop song. Like, just buy a song
Yeah.
from like somebody like you did with Violent Thing. And you can do decently. Just get an artist, maybe like get an artist, get a song, and make it happen. Like it
Mhm.
you don't have to do a national final. This year you have a good national final. My only thing is, do you trust the German public?
As of this moment, I don't right now,
Mhm.
but that can definitely change. That can still change. Y'all have options. We're still at ground zero, technically. Y'all haven't decided yet. Nothing has happened yet.
Mhm. Well,
So
voting's opened.
v- freak. Voting's opened.
um,
Retracted. Retracted. Snatching that right back. Y'all go back to the waiting room.
All right, but yeah, we'll see what happens on Friday with Germany's selection.
Optimism. Yeah, I'm staying optimistic for you, Germany. You still could do great.
Let's talk about Etapa Naţională over in Moldova.
Mhm.
Do you want to go ahead and say who is competing?
So in Etapa Naţională, this year we have Donia performing Red Zone, Oh Well, and their song Why You Play It Cool, Victor Gulick singing Let's Dance, Surolile Osoianu performing Badishur Baditsa, Kosmina singing Indestructible, Nordica singing Damn and Down, Aliona Moon singing Duma, Sunstroke Project coming back with Yummy Mummy, Pasha Parfeni coming back with Soare Lishi Luna, and Karina Ivanov performing When Love's Real. All right, this is finally happening. I feel like we've had these songs for a really, really, really long time.
We have. Now, was there anyone you wanted to highlight in particular? Anyone you want to talk about?
I feel really bad for doing this, but I want to highlight literally all the returnees.
I don't. Not all of them.
And
just two
the
of them.
returnees. Okay, no, yeah, just two of them. And the two I would like to highlight are Pasha Parfeni and Aliona Moon.
Hey, guess what? Same.
Yay! Same. Not all the returnees because Pasha Parfeni and Aliona Moon.
Pasha was robbed last time. I'm sorry.
He was.
He was absolutely robbed last time.
He was definitely robbed. And in retrospect, yes, he was robbed. But they brought songs that are new, are fresh. Moldova could deal with some new, some fresh, you know?
Yeah.
Both, and either one of those.
And hey, you know what? Team up, because Moldova, who wrote your song? Who wrote Aliona Moon's song last time? Pasha. There we go.
They're friends. Anyways, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Team up,
and
guys.
they could do like a fic where if one loses, just sing backing for the other one. You know?
I mean, hey, Aliona did that with Pasha's song.
Yeah, she did. Literally with Pasha. We're talking about the same people, literally.
No, honestly, like Soare Siluna is so good. Mm-hmm. It's like primal. It's like got passion to it. It's just like
futuristic.
Exactly. It still sounds like what could be happening in the future.
Native and future at the same time. They've mastered that. Pasha,
it's like
amazing.
Past and present, ancient and far future. It's so good.
Could be a top 10 at Eurovision if executed just with the vision. Yes.
Yes. I trust Pasha because he knows how to stage. Mm-hmm. He knows how to, he's one of my highlights from 2012. He's one of the few songs in 2012 I actually like. Duama. So good. Like
it's like Moldova has exceptional talent. they just do. And it's specifically those two acts that I think have the strongest songs. And I usually try to avoid staying away from returnees, but but when it comes to overall impact, those were the two that delivered it for me.
Yeah. And Peter Hadich says, Yummy Mummy, please don't win. Couldn't agree more with that statement.
That song stresses me out. I don't like Sunstroke Project. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm not here for any of their songs at Eurovision.
I will forgive one song, and that is just because I'm the memes of it all.
The wedding one or
not
saxophone
the wedding
one?
The saxophone one.
Okay,
Runaway's good.
That's the one that makes sense.
But that also had Otira on it. That wasn't just them. That was them with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't honestly. They wouldn't qualify. They wouldn't qualify this year. And I mean, actually, this year is very bad. They might qualify.
They might qualify.
2010 was also a rough year. All the good stuff, like not qualified in 2010.
Like Finland, that should have made it. That was
Estonia.
The bop of the year. Oh. Wrong. Damn wrong for that.
Robbed. Absolutely robbed. So yeah, those so for us, I think we're both in the same boat, either Pasha or Aliona.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not going to write off the other options because there are a couple nice sounds in this, but when it comes to competitive, we have to think competitive. You only have 3 minutes up there.
You know what's also kind of funny? We have in the selection 2 artists who gave Moldova their 2 best results ever.
You're right. Oh my gosh, you're right.
Aliona, came 6th?
Yeah, Aliona came 6th and Sunstroke came 3rd.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. That's very interesting.
Peter, yes, I'm sorry. I apologize to the nation of Slovakia. I can never say this correctly, so you're gonna laugh at me. Hora horny. So good. Absolutely robbed. Absolutely robbed.
That was one of the ones where it's like listening back, it only would have made sense if it had a top 5 result, you know?
I don't understand what happened. 2010 was a mistake. Like,
Y'all in Oslo. And like, yeah, I have a lot to say about 2010, but we can revisit that in the off season.
I mean, what was this? I was going to use this as 2010 as a transition, but I can't remember what Serbia sent in 2010. I do remember what Serbia sent in 2012.
Balkan. Oh, yeah, Balkan.
Okay, that was a bop. Not gonna lie.
Serbia did well, and they sent a bop. Like this was not a flop Serbian year at all.
No, and 2012 wasn't bad either from Serbia.
Oh, 2012 is one of my favorite songs
winner.
from Serbia. Oh, Jaroban, that was 11.
Shoot, you're right.
12 was
again. Good song though.
Y'all, we're just loopy today, okay?
Okay, let's just talk about Serbia.
Serbia. Speaking of Serbia,
that's what I was trying to do.
Next. Okay. We can work on that execution. Yeah. So, singing. Yeah. Pesma za Eurowizję, you guys, singing in the first semifinal. Wow, there's quite a number of acts. I forgot how many songs we had.
There's 32 16. In total. Serbia, you did not need 32 songs.
No, especially if we're only paying attention to like legitimately 3 or 4. But Matija Zanata and Angela Kasiyani performing Novi Svijet, Adam Mehmedovic performing Osme, Nada performing Moj prvi ožilak na duši, Tijana Dapčević singing Mamim, Prince singing Cvet sa istoka, Filip Baloš singing Novi plan drugi san, Filip Žmaher singing Čujemo se sutra, Luke Black performing Samo mi se spava. Oh, well, like Serbia is a little trippy. Angelina performing Lanac. And Empathy Soul Project is going to be singing Indigo. Stefan Shai performing Od Jastuka do Jastuka. Herzenschluss with their song Vremenska Zona. Savo Perovic with their song Presidente. Igor Stanojevic singing Iza Duge. And Boris Subotic performing Nedostupan, closing out, or not even closing out necessarily. We don't know if this is the running order. The last song would be Chegi and Bracha Blues Band with Svadba ili Kavga. You don't need this many songs. Have a vetting system. Just 32 songs. And that does include Fake Hurricane for next time.
I need to know more about that situation.
Right? I feel like there's not enough literature about what happened there.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Now I'm thinking about Aussie Vision, where they were like, it's just that they're the girls that they got the hair extensions from. The first hurricane extensions from.
Leave them alone. Okay, I did see that. I did see that comment from Leo. We're sleeping on Serbia. Leo, tell us your favorites in Serbia, and yes. I'm going to listen in closer because I do feel like Serbia is a bit under my radar still, even though we've had the songs for a while.
Well, no, I didn't even listen to Serbia until yesterday. I'm not going to lie. I've just been busy with everything else.
And
honestly, for me, in Simi 1, there's 2 songs I like. Mamim by Tijana Dapčević. I'm into that one. It's like new disco-y vibes.
Yeah.
I'm predictable. Like I'm predictable at this point. And the other one is the one everyone else is talking about. And we're gonna click on his name.
That's the one with
Leo S says Jack. Huh?
Is it Sama mi se spava?
Yeah.
That's Luke Black. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Luke Black.
Luke Black.
Leo says Luke Black. First of all, okay.
It's avant-garde.
It's avant-garde. It makes me think of Korn.
Really?
Like the band Korn.
Mm-hmm.
Like I listened to that. I was like, why do I want to listen to Freak on a Leash now? And I was like, yep. It's Freak on a Leash adjacent.
I'm really curious about how the Serbian public's going to receive something like that.
Yeah.
Really curious. Because, I mean, we in the Euro fandom, we talk big about Luke Black right now.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Yeah.
gonna see how that goes.
I mean, I don't know. Like I just find the song to be interesting and different, and it's kind of
Mhm.
like I don't know. I'm curious what's going to be happening with it,
It is very different, and I think it's eventful. There
especially
is
after
something
like
special about it, but I'm waiting for the live.
and like watch the interview he did with Alicia. It's linked
Mhm.
below, I promise.
The interview, yeah, of course.
Yeah, like I think with the interview, I'm trusting the process a little more after hearing that.
Mhm.
So I'm curious as to where things are going to be going with him.
He's someone with a vision, but like that's really all I can ask. Just have a vision.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, I think there's only one song I want to highlight in this semifinal, and that would be Angelina's Lanuts. It's Serbian pop. It's kind of
Yep.
futury, and you know
Mhm.
me, I listen to just casual Balkan music
Mhm.
just because it's what I consume. So
I will say this because I was listening to all the songs for Serbia. It's very Balkany. It's
there,
very Balkany. It's like
it's so Balkan radio. Like I can't even.
that's the thing I like about the selection though.
Hmm.
Is like you know exactly where in the world you are
Yes.
and you're in the Balkans. And like
Hmm.
my sister's like, I don't like I'm like I like when I was listening to because my sister's super casual Eurovision fan.
Hmm.
She's like these all I'm like, yeah, I know, but like it's very Balkan sounding. It sounds like it's from Serbia.
Hmm.
Or and she's like, I guess, but yeah.
And I'm just saying, Angelina could take it one of these years. Origami was that, like, just because people didn't get it, you know.
Yeah.
No, we want to see Luke's performance, but I want to see the hair from Prince blowing in the wind while he's singing Habibi.
Same. I
Prince
mean,
is
that's
very
a
pretty.
mood.
He's very pretty.
His hair is gorge.
People pay their life salary for hair like that.
Oh, it's so good.
Hmm.
Beautiful hair. What if he has extensions from the girls from Hurricane? Sorry.
No,
I don't
I
think
mean
he has
like
extensions. I think it's all natural.
no, yeah, it has to be natural. Sometimes you could just tell, you know.
Yeah. There's no extensions in there. Um,
So yeah, that was semi one. We have
Carmen's like, I'm
semi two
biased.
coming up.
I like a lot of the songs. Hey,
Okay.
it's
No,
cool to be biased.
that's great. That's great that you like a lot of the songs. I'm gonna listen through them again and see what else I like.
Yeah, it's like the thing is, like for me, I think what it was is like I was not in the headspace. I never had the time. Like when I go to listen to these songs, I like to be in the right headspace to listen to Eurovision songs, like for national
Hmm.
finals.
Yeah.
And I just had trouble finding the right headspace to be
Hmm.
in. So it could very well just be a situation where I just was not mentally ready to listen to everything.
Yeah.
Um, but
Probably the
like
same
I
for
did
me.
like the thing I did like about it is how Balkan it sounded as an overall selection.
Hmm.
I just feel like 32 songs is too many.
Yeah, because then you're just eating up TV minutes for generally a waste of time.
Yeah. I also don't like it when national finals do everything in 1 week. Uh,
It's
that's a whole side
exhausting.
thing.
Yeah,
It's too much.
it's tiring.
It's because let's think about Tuesday we have the first semi
Hmm.
from this. Then we have the second semi on
Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday we have the German selection, which starts really late, so I'm happy because I won't be at work. And then Saturday we have more, but like that's just because I'm a Eurovision fan, so I watch every national final. So
It's probably just more tiring for us because we have to do this, like to actually go through and understand them from this perspective. But generally, from the perspective of like, if this is playing on Serbian TV, you know, how is this for that audience? And I wonder if that influences their votes.
yeah, I mean, because 16 songs a night isn't too bad.
16 songs a night, no, but I mean 32 overall,
Yeah,
that adds up. It just feels like it adds up because they start to drown each other out. You get the San Marino problem, you get the Malta problem,
San
you know.
Marino. Okay, let's talk about the semifinal two.
Yeah,
Semifinal
semifinal two.
two.
Go for it. You read.
Hurricane with Zumi Zimi Zami.
Hmm.
Nadia with Dovojaka Dvogodechka. I'm so bad at pronouncing Serbian.
Hey, it's
Filari with Posela Mini. Then we have Zinja with Rumba, like the vacuum. Fre- oh,
please continue. I'm sorry.
Freire with Neka Neka. Um, Igor, Igor Vins in Banje, Igor Vins and Banje Lasic with Zato Shate Wooden. Eglit with Akos Shatvin. Shavtim Kasno, then Gypsy with Grey.
Is that supposed to be gypsy?
I'm gonna guess that's how you pronounce it
Oh,
because I think the D's and the Z's sound together.
all right.
Make a Z sound. Then Egor starts with Dana, Jelena Berhovic with Kalgrum is Verda Neba, Ivona with U Inoshima, Gift with Liberta, Milan Bujovic, Milan Bujovic with Fiomin, Duo Grand with Viva la Vida, Angela with Luz Proshne, and then Doris Milosevic with Sinya.
Woo! You did it! Yes. That's semifinal 2, and I'll be honest, I have not heard any of these songs separated from the other one, so I do not have a perspective yet.
I don't know what I feel like with these. I think the one I'm most curious about is Fake Hurricane. Just because
What? Like I need a better explanation than what's been made available.
Guys, if anyone knows what's happening.
Because no, as soon as I saw the name, I was like, Hurricane's back, and then I looked at their faces and I was like,
one of these women is black.
Like fully black, and they put her at the front, and it's like, are you supposed to be Sonya?
I was so confused. What's happening with Fake Hurricane? Does anyone know the answer? I'm curious as to what that's going to be like live in it.
Because it does also seem like they're a favorite. They are a favorite to do very well in the semifinal and potentially win in Serbia.
It's fun. It's fun.
And Serbian formula works with this, you know? It's very Serbian formula.
There's a certain genre of pop music that begins with an S. And it's the same as the Swedish word for stop. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Swedish stop pop.
Yeah, Swedish stop pop. And Serbia does it better than any other country. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it right now.
They do, don't they? They literally
Serbia does it better than any other country. They
actually do. Yeah.
And like that's what I'm kind of getting from this song. And it's like I want it. I love it. Because when I get it, I love some Swedish stop pop.
I want it, but I also want an explanation.
Exactly. I'm curious. Like I want to know what this is gonna be like live. And if they bring it, I'm okay with it going to Liverpool.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
right now we only have what?
We get Hurricane again. We love Hurricane.
Wait, hold on a second. Oh, okay, perfect. We've got an explanation. The original band members left because the contract ended, and that's why there are new members. It's like Sarah Burrow.
Oh, okay. Or Dolly style. Okay.
Exactly.
Now it's put into the context that I understand. Okay.
So Hurricane is like AK-48.
Yeah, they're literally Oh my god, this is literally just Serbian Senbatsu.
I want you.
No.
Oh, can they get you know how like the K-pop girls? Not the K-pop. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like Morning Musume, for example, they'll still sing the same songs.
Yeah.
Even when they rotate the girls out and like have one called like Joshi Kashimashi, and each generation gets a new song. Can we get that with Hurricane now?
Oh yeah,
like each generation gets like a song, and it's like introducing them. Like Joshi Kashimashi is basically like, hey, this is me. This is what I like. Yeah, this is my personality in my girl group. I would be down for that, like Serbia.
I mean, and it's only 3 girls. The thing about big groups like AKB. Oh my gosh. And if each one gets a verse, we only need 3 verses, and that's 3 minutes. Yay. Yeah. No chorus, just 3 verses. I'm so sorry.
Thank you for explaining that. Thank you, Vanya, so much for explaining that.
Vanya, you are incredible for telling us that. Thank you, because we had no clue.
You put that into a context I can understand.
Yes, truly did. So at least we know now that it's still Hurricane. It's just a new Senbatsu of Hurricane.
You know what? It's a tried and true method.
It is.
Guys, look.
I mean, it's a very Japanese method, but it works. Okay,
I mean, they
it
did
works.
export AKB48 to other countries.
They did, yeah.
There's like an Indian one, a Filipino one.
Yeah, there's a Vietnamese one. There's a
There's
Thai
like
one, a very
there's two in
popular Thai one.
China.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
forget what it's called in China, but it's very similar.
It's like SHG for Shanghai.
Yeah, and then Hong Kong has one too.
HKG. I'm sorry, guys. We just went off on a tangent talking about
Yeah,
J-pop.
But is that everything? I think we covered everything.
We did cover everything. I'm
Whew,
sorry, y'all.
we got
loopy again.
through. All
Also,
right.
wait a second. Zumi Zimi Zemi is like, with like
No, this is
it's
literally
the hurricane vibe.
But it also gives like girly J-pop too. The title of the song.
I you know what? At this point, maybe I'm a hurricane stan. Can I get like my T-shirt and like? Do they have handshaking events? What about the glowy sticks that you can get? Like,
oh my gosh! I mean, I've been saying that Hurricane is the next like girl group. Look out, K-pop. We need glowy sticks, y'all. I mean, for old contract Hurricane and this Senbatsu.
Where's my I don't have it within the arm's reach. I've got this.
I got my flashlight.
I've got this within arm's reach, and one of the main characters in that used to be a part of a Senbatsu group. The whole side story. Anyway. Right. So yeah, that's this week's stream.
Thank you guys for sitting with us through this whole time.
Hours.
We were just talking about all kinds of stuff, but I mean,
oh yeah.
Next week, yeah. What's next week?
Next week we are going to be getting the results of the national finals we discussed today.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have Germany's song, Moldova's song, the song
Portuguese
from
qualifiers.
The song from Serbia as well. Mm-hmm. Portugal will have the qualifiers for Festival da Canção. We're also getting internal selections. So
yes.
For Armenia's song's supposed to be this week, I think. Mm-hmm. Because it said end of February. So, girl, at the end of February, where's your song at? Because I'm excited for you.
There's like a day and a half left of February.
Yeah, girl, come on, bring it to me. I love it. And then we get the Dutch songs. The Dutch song.
Okay, looking forward to the Dutch
Wednesday.
song.
Are you? And then we'll have the song from Cyprus.
Looking forward to the Cypriot entry.
I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with Cyprus.
Right? I find it so funny. Like Voyager and Andrew are gonna meet again, and it's like, hey.
Once again they will meet, and once again they will compete. But this time, who will come? Wait, are they in the same semi?
Are they? I don't know. I do not remember who's in what semi.
I think they might. No, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So next week we got all the stuff to talk about too. Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, give us a like because that boosts us in the algorithm. Check out all 7 of Lizia's articles with the amazing acts that we had interviewed for the site. And yeah, don't forget to read up with us. And
there's polls. I put polls up.
Polls.
There'll be another poll going
vote
up
in
soon.
These polls. We have a winner for one of these polls, which I mean is a winner that I agree with. But we have a lot of other polls coming too.
Because we skipped it. This week the poll we had was which of the 3 songs released this week prior to yesterday was your favorite? Australia, Lithuania, France. Australia came third with 15%, Lithuania 18%, but France landslid it. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. We'll be back next week, and there'll be another poll like in the next couple of minutes. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and bye.
Bye. See you next time.